All right. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. And excuse me if my voice is a little bit husky because I have been training and having a lot of fun at the ninth Ultimate 48-Hour Author Retreat. I'm excited to be here though. I don't have anything for the rest of today, which means that I just do this coffee chat and go have a further rest. Take my little daughter who turned one last week. It was exciting. And I'm taking her to her little appointment to check that everything is progressing nice. Um, Thank you. So there's people on Periscope. There is people on GoToWebinar. So good morning, Vanessa and Karen. Great to see you. Um, how do we do this? So you would have noticed that we have actually changed our cover photo on the Ultimate Business Support Group to have that Christmassy feel. Now, also this cover is I have I guess recycled it a little bit because we had this last Christmas, and I thought, just in between before I make up a new one, I feel like we need to change our look and have a little bit of a Christmas feel. Good morning, Elaine. Great to see you as well, all the way from Perth, getting up nice and early over there. Wow. Okay, so the new, as you guys can see, the theme days have changed. I'm just going to show you the guys on Periscope as well. They have changed, Monday being swap and barter day. I will actually change that when I make up the new cover. By the way, if you have any ideas of what kind of a theme day we can have instead of the swap and barter day, I don't know, maybe Christmas party. What Christmas event and party are you going to? Alpha Day stays on Tuesdays, Idea Day, sharing an idea. And of course, that idea could be done through a video. Maybe we can change that to video idea. Question Day, celebrate, joke. I think being a Christmas season, why not share those funky Christmas jokes, and then a teach day. All right, a couple of questions have come up here. Let me have a read. I need to ask what swap and barter is. Look, if it's a swap, like you do something for someone and they do something else for you. So no money exchanges hands, but you both help each other. So that's what swap or barter is. It's not my favorite thing. That's why I'm going to change it, and I'm going to do a new Christmas cover. Cool. How did I come up with the theme days? I didn't come up with them, Lorraine. This was last Christmas's cover photo. I just thought I'd change it because I felt like I wanted our page to start to have the Christmassy feel, being a 1 month out from Christmas. But I will get Nick to design me slightly different Christmas feel, and then I'm going to change a couple of those days because I don't think they're as good as I would like them to be. Awesome. So lots of amazing things have happened. Obviously, over the weekend, you may have been watching on Facebook the journey of the ninth 48-hour author retreat. It was amazing. We had 15 people there. It was just unbelievable. I was so worried, obviously, having our biggest group ever, whether people were going to be on time, how we were all coming together. And to tell you the truth, it was the most organized, the most seamless process I have ever experienced because the way we all came together, 5 people were driving in, 5 were in a maxi taxi, 5 we were taking in. And then everything that we were doing, most of them, I would say probably about 80% of them finished their books on the weekend. Then 7 of them handed in their transcripts to their recordings to our transcriptionist. So I was so impressed for the high success rate that we don't see it as high. Everyone finishes, but this was just unbelievable. And we discovered a new system. So I guess maybe this leads me into a little bit of systems discussion. And when you start out in business, you kind of go, well, I don't know, I don't have too much work on, therefore, I don't really need a system. I can keep up the workload and all that sort of stuff. But as you get busier and busier, my goodness, when you find yourself doing something more than once, that's something I heard one of my mentors say. When you find yourself doing something more than once repetitively, then you need a system for it. And this has very much been the case over our retreats, and so many little tweaks that we have done over the 9 retreats have made them, I guess, got them to the point where they are seamless. This time around, what we did is, because at the end of the retreat we have got a photo shoot, we have got a conversation they have to have with the publisher, and a testimonial and a video they've got to do with Stuart. So what we've started to do is we had a little spreadsheet, and in there we put down who they were. First they're going to go and talk to the publisher, then have photos, and then anytime they can have the testimonial. And I made a little spreadsheet, and then we allocated a roster the night before yesterday so that 15 people could get that done, and no one has more time or less time. Everyone is running on a 15-minute block. And it ran so smoothly. We'd never done that before. It seemed quite messy in the past. So I guess the point of this is as many little, even if it's the most basic thing that you need to do to get people organized, do it. It just and you will keep finding and refining ways of how it can get better and better and better. I mean, we were just like, and walking, doing things like headless chooks at retreat number 1. Now you just know what happens, when it happens, what people need. The second thing that I did as well this time around, guys, was actually printed my handouts in a little booklet, which I just then only printed a name label for the booklet. In the past, I would go into Officeworks, buy a $4 display book, so a nice display book, come home, print out pages and pages and pages of the handouts, put them in the display book, and then obviously have them for the authors when they would arrive. Now, this process used to sometimes take me almost a whole day, because you can imagine page by page and inserting them in the correct order in the display books. So anyway, so I decided, why don't I get a quote to get them printed this time around, with a wire binding. And I did. And guess what? I printed 40. I didn't need 40, but that'll carry me across a couple of retreats. And they were $3.89 per piece. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. 30 pages, wire bound, looks really nice. They left the spot where I can put my sticker of what date of retreat and all that sort of stuff it is. And it cost $3.89. Okay, and I was paying $4 for a display book, as well as all the printing, as well as all the time that it takes to pull that together. So I would highly recommend, if you are looking for printers, very affordable, very high quality ones are Minuteman Press, and they are a franchise, I think, all over Australia. So that's who I would recommend. So please, please, please do see or ask if there's better ways of doing something. A third one that I just want to bring up here that I used to take me a lot of time, and then I refined it, because the point of refinement comes from the pain. Like, it's too painful to do something. It takes too long. It's taking you away from things that are high priority. And one of the other things was so many payments were coming through my PayPal account. And in my PayPal account, over a month, there'd be many little small payments for workshops, for seminars, all of that kind of stuff. And I used to enter them separately for every single transaction. And then I asked, sort of in a group, in a bookkeeper, I go, is it really necessary to enter every single transaction? I said, couldn't I just add up all my income, and obviously the expenses through there, just put them in as normal, but couldn't I just add up my income and say that was the PayPal income for that month, and just put it all in one hit rather than individually under people's names? And they said, yeah, why not? Because then you've got people's names, how they've paid you over in your PayPal account, so you've got them on a statement. So that cut down another 3 or 4 hours a month, sifting through the hundreds of transactions for small payments. So I hope that maybe you've taken away something from those tips on how to refine it. And in the process, I'm going to now, over these 2 months, because this is like, yesterday was really my last day of the year. And however, I have set 3 more last events for this week. So this week's actually started to look really busy. So I'm just going to say Friday is my last day of the year, and I'll go through this week for completing all the events. But what I will be doing, of course, I cannot stop working altogether, because that is my passion. I love what I do, and but I will only do it for an hour or two a day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to systemize and write systems for a lot of the various things that take me a lot of time. And then at the end of January next year, I'm going to hire, before I start the business officially, event season from the 17th to the 27th. I will have chosen a virtual assistant, and I'm going to spend 7 to 10 days actually training them up. And that's what that. And then when the year starts, I'll have a lot more support. So I have arrived at the pain point of I can't do all these logistics and emails and chasing up and following up and adjusting all by myself. Therefore, I will invest in outsource, because we're after a quality of life and not obviously a quantity of work that it just doesn't seem logical that we would be doing. I won't know myself. Someone says there. Yeah. One of my good friends, she's got two. One is her major VA, and one is the helper of the cousin of that VA over in the Philippines. Lorraine says, well, where will you get your VA from? So funny question, Lorraine. Not funny, but I've been working with a Facebook guy for more than 12 months now, 14 months. And my Facebook guy, apparently, this is what I found out, has got a virtual assistant, not hub, what would you call it? Like, he hires out virtual assistants. So like I don't know, an office. What do they call them? Can someone help me? He's got them already, and he hires outsources. Like he's got that's part of his business apparently. So he gives he checks them out. He's got virtual assistants, and you go up to him and say, I need a virtual assistant. What do you want them to do? Apparently he's got them already, given them systems and ways they should be doing people, generic ones. So they already got some systems where they know what to do. And then he obviously pays them a certain amount. The person, like me, I would pay them a certain amount, and probably there's a gap and a markup between me and the virtual assistant, and then that's how he also earns more money. No, it's not. No, it's not Easy VA. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's not a commonly known one. But my friend Francesca, when she went to have coffee with him, because she's working with him now as well with her Facebook ads, he told her about all of this, and she said, "Did you know that Charlie has got a VA, sort of company?" And I said, "No." And she goes, "Why didn't you get your VA through him?" And I said, "Well, that would have been the logical thing to do." But again, I never asked the question, I guess, and I just wasn't aware. So therefore, I will have a go. I'll speak to him probably today or tomorrow to start giving him the heads up of what I want and need, and then go from there. But that's interesting, see. But when your focus goes onto what you need and require, generally the answers will follow. So I was never open to doing anything like that. But realistically, my husband also can be used. Stuart, for those of you that don't know, Stuart's my husband, who is part of our business. And me using him in a VA capacity is probably not the best and most productive thing that we are doing. So therefore, let's get someone on board, and really, just expanding our team. So that's really exciting. So, what kind of questions have you guys got? We've halfway through, 15 minutes in. I'd love to know what you'd love to know. So we've talked a little bit about systems, about virtual assistants. Of course, just for those of you that don't know virtual assistants, a lot of Australian entrepreneurs outsource to the Philippines, because the Philippines is only a 2-hour difference with Australia, and they also have a very high English language skills. So So that's why that people do that. Certainly, there is virtual assistants in Australia that do amazing jobs, but of course, the way people look at it is, the expenses. So if I was going to get someone locally, I would probably get someone physical, like so come into my office here and do stuff with me rather than someone that's a virtual assistant. That's my opinion. So if I was going to get someone here, I will get someone who's going to work with me. In the office. So systems, so we've talked about systems, refining stuff, even something as basic, if you're doing it more than once, you should write a system for it. Have a little folder, have a section in your computer where you will write those things. I wanted to show you, oh, hang on, I nearly ended the webinar. I was gonna show you a couple of the photos. This was our photo shoot yesterday at retreat. I'm writing another book. Francesca and I did a lot of photos together in a promotion for this book that we'll be doing. That's Lucy. Lucy, who's from Gosford. Here's Mel having her shots. Writing another book called Bums on Seats, How to Promote, Prepare and Profit from Webinars, Seminars and Retreats. So, by the way, this was the new dress that I bought from Carla's and Party at Doncaster as a result of getting my goal. So I was very, very excited to wear it. A lot of people were waiting to see it, but I can't wait to see the proper photos. This was just us having a bit of fun, taking some photos together. Fantastic. All right. This week, guys, is our final, this week and next week for Adelaide, are our final UBS events for the year. We're finishing up, and basically, who was the print company again? Minuteman Press. Someone, Christine. So Melbourne. Hang on a second. Let me flip this across. Melbourne, with Rosemary McCallum, is happening this Thursday at Doncaster, at our usual spot. So I'm just putting the links in the chat box. All right, here we go. Here's Melbourne. Sydney, same. Sydney is also happening 26th of November, and I don't know exactly where. Just go on the link and you'll find out. And then Adelaide is happening next Thursday, the 3rd of December, and there's the link for that. Also, Stuart's sending out some invites to our database for all of the people. So there's all your UBS events. We are going to wear Christmas hats, Santa hats, in our UBS event in Melbourne. So I don't know what the other guys are doing. I have got, hang on a second, I just wanted to check. Karen's here on the call. She will be taking over the leadership of UBS Adelaide from Linda next year. So we've got exciting things coming up for that. So look out for some information around that. And last of all, this week is the launch of my official, she's very excited, she says. Last of all, this week I officially start to promote my Bums on Seats mastermind because I've just been hush with some people that I'm working with. So I've already filled 2 spots into the big mastermind. So we are doing 12 live full-day events on Thursdays in 2016, which is over 100 hours of training. And basically what we are doing is going through and making people accountable to running their events, coming back, reporting back, and really making sure that they're getting success and they're getting feedback and training and mentoring on how to be good at events, which is where your business gets taken to the next level, working one-to-many. So this Bums on Seats Mastermind will also be available on a live streaming. So just like we're live streaming right now on Periscope, we're not going to use Periscope, but we are going to be live streaming the mastermind with a program. Is there a UBS Canberra? Well, there will be, just not this year. So we have to explore that with the person who has expressed interest. But Christine, if you also are interested in being a leader and starting a UBS Canberra, I'm open to having that discussion because, the person that was interested and actually came to one of our calls and all that, I mean, he hasn't really been touching base with me. I'll touch base with him again next year in January, but I'm open to having anyone who puts their hand up that actually shows some commitment and stays in touch. I'd rather someone that I know and I have known for a while do it. So let me know if you are interested. We can chat about it, and you can attend our next mentoring call, which I think it's happening. I think it's happening in a couple of weeks' time on a Monday. Let me think. I'll have a look at things. All right, cool. No worries. And yeah, so that's the information on the events and the masterclass and all that sort of stuff that's coming up. Hang on, I'm gonna flip this camera. So guys, we've got about 8 or 9 minutes. What other questions would you like me? What are you curious about? I guess knowing, is there something? Hang on, let me just see. There's something that's come up. And yeah, Vanessa, just thinking, can Monday be networking in terms of the day, the theme? Well, on Monday's always been events. So I might change it. Mondays, that's a good day for Monday, networking and events. So I was just gonna maybe call it Christmas events, just to go with the Christmas theme. Or maybe I'll change the date, or maybe I'll change the days to Christmassy kind of days. So Christmas offer or Christmas mega offer. Christmas time idea. I don't know, something. Maybe I'll just think of a little theme around how it can be a little bit all Christmassy around, seeing that we're going into that time of the year, which is really, really exciting. So yeah, you're right. I did like Mondays as events and networking, so I'll change that back. Do you post the same info on your Facebook page as your group? No, not all the time. I didn't. Maybe a Christmas week. Yeah. No, I don't post the same info all of the time on fan and group pages. I know over the weekend when I was retreat, I did do a few posts because I just didn't have enough time, and I put it on the fan page, group page, and my personal page. But yeah, I generally try not to, because I don't want people who are following me to actually see that I've made the exact same 3 posts, one after the other. And that's why I don't. I try not to post same things in different different spots, especially when it's at the same time, because that's when it will appear in people's feeds, and that would be annoying. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, and even different groups. So try to be like, I know it takes a lot longer, but it makes you look lazier, and people just don't like to see the exact same post on their feed multiple times. But that's where this VA that I am going to hire is going to be able to do all of that for me. So then, I guess I don't want them to take over all of my social media. I want to continue posting in my UBS group as it's always me and my personal profile, but on fan pages and things like that, which is where, kind of you get a bit disheartened because it doesn't get shown to many people, that something like that they can do, and also interaction in other groups they can start for me, so that I don't have to sort of think through what to post and things like that. So there's another question here. Could you please tell us what you consider spam in the group? So spam is obviously those inappropriate posts, in terms of if any pornography, some advertising that is just a pure ad, no value add. Also, I would consider spam if people are pitching and selling their stuff on days that are not offer day. Yeah, Christine's saying Ray-Ban, those Ray-Ban ads, those kind of things. And we actually wipe, we delete things of other people if they're trying to pitch on days that are not, say, offer day. So that would be also considered spam because obviously it does not adhere to the group guidelines. So if it doesn't adhere to the group guidelines, then it's gone and it's considered spam. Even if it's one of our own members and things like that. I mean, they're all our members if they're posting there, but there is people who overstep the line of the guidelines. That's what I would consider spam. So I'd like to know, what do you guys do for Christmas? You're welcome. You're welcome. How are you guys setting up for the Christmas period? Do you delete it or your VA? Okay, someone just asked. We delete it because we don't have a VA right now. Myself and Stuart. So Stuart actually does it a lot more than me because I'm out and about with people a lot of the time and I cannot look at Facebook as often. So he would delete it, but that is exactly what one of the tasks that we will be giving our VA. That's very exciting. Yes, so I've got to start writing a list now of all of the different things that I will be doing and outsourcing. We are putting up our Christmas. We are putting up our Christmas tree early. More fun. I know. We're doing it this weekend as well. We're putting up our Christmas tree. We're actually creating a Lego, Christmas Lego that apparently has lights and everything. It's like a big 1,000-piece thing, and the whole family is going to do it because it'll become one of the Christmas ornaments or things around the house. And we're actually this year, you guys, we're putting up 2 Christmas trees because we moved house and we just bought the tallest, I think 9-foot Christmas tree, beautiful one at the proper Christmas shop the other week. And then secondly, we have obviously the old Christmas tree, and because we have such a big house, we thought we'd put one in the theatre room downstairs. So when we watch movies and stuff during Christmas for the Christmas movies, or even maybe one might even go out on our deck. And the second one, obviously the big one, will go into the main area where we're going to have our Christmas. So we're just, I'm very excited for this weekend because it'll mark, obviously Friday's going to mark the end to my official working year. And then after that, just spending a weekend with my mum, who was so lovely looking after my kids this past weekend while we were at retreat. We had a lot of fun there. I actually channeled my 17-year-old on a Saturday night. We had quite a few sambucas and jumping in a cold pool with 4 or 5 other people because we lost the game of pool. All right. No worries. See you, Christine. So Christine's just been on Periscope. So we're about a minute off. Thanks, Vanessa. Yeah, it will be awesome. So look out for my Christmas setup photos. I'm planning to really switch off this next weekend and just do the family thing and all the decorations. I think it'll pretty much take us, I reckon, the whole weekend to do the Lego and the have a great week. Bye. It'll take us the whole week to do the Lego as the weekend and all the Christmas stuff. So I can't wait. All right, gorgeous people. It's 9:30. A couple of you have had to go. That's okay. I am going to go and take my Zara to her maternal and child health nurse 1-year-old appointment. And then I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day resting and doing a couple of admin-y things, which I can do laying on the couch. Have an awesome day. And let me stop this recording. Thanks, Vanessa. You look after yourselves and have a great week.